Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I had a request the other day in the video comment for someone asking me if I could explain how to do side lateral raises in a way that doesn't injure your shoulders because there's so much misinformation on it. And there are so many people out there who do this incorrectly, and particularly the thing that you see most, you see a lot of bodybuilders promote this. And again, it's bodybuilders who haven't been training for 20 years straight who say this, and because any of them who are promoting this who've been training for 20 years have probably had to have their shoulder scoped. You always see them talking about turning the pinkies up like you're pouring a tea kettle and you perform side lateral raises like this. Well, the truth is when you do that and you turn that pinky up under any sort of load, you put like a crushing stress on the glenoid, the little shallow joint inside the socket there, in your shoulder, and over time that cracks it and breaks it and kind of crushes that area. And so what ends up happening is that you end up needing your shoulder scoped. That is probably the single worst thing you can possibly do with the side lateral raise. What you want to do instead, and I'm going to demonstrate with a couple of 25-pound dumbbells. And yes, I do these right now myself because my delts are a major lagging area for me, so I'm doing a lot of behind the neck presses, a lot of side laterals, and a lot of face pulls, trying to bring up my lagging delts for that more capped look that I probably need for YouTube here. But what you do, you'll notice just a slight bend in the elbow so that you don't extend the arms all the way out. You can stoop forward. The amount that you stoop forward on these is really going to depend upon how much you're trying to work the side lateral or the side delt versus the posterior delt. But when you come up, you notice my thumbs are up slightly. So you come up like this. And I'll give you guys the front view also, like this. And again, what you want to do, rather than the pinky be up like this, you want the thumb up just like this, because if you pronate the hand a little bit and you bring your thumb up slightly, it changes the shoulder rotation completely, and it takes that stress, that crushing stress off the glenoid by doing that. Now, we could argue you might feel it a little more in the delt with the pinky up. You might get a little more stimulation, and that is true. You very well might, depending upon your anatomy, but you're doing so at the expense of destroying your shoulder joint. And no amount of little fraction of extra muscle in your delt right now is worth having to have your shoulders scoped, both of them scoped, and have to have reconstructive surgery in 10 years. It's simply not worth it when you could just train a little harder, do a little extra work, maybe do an extra set in there to get the same amount of stimulation you might be losing, and in reality you may not be losing it. Sometimes the reason you might feel it more in that area is because you're damaging the joint. So remember guys, if you're going to do side laterals like that, keep a slight bend in the elbow so that you're not all the way locked out. And remember, keep your thumb up slightly, or you can even go all the way up, but thumb up slightly instead of the pinky up. And again, if your thumb up is bringing too much front delt in, just lean forward a little more so that you have to work more of the side and rear delt as you bring it up. All right guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.